The climate has been changing for a long time as a result of human activity, but we only became aware of it in the last century. We started to recognize climate change and its impact on human existence throughout the last century. Researchers started researching climate change and discovered that the Earth's temperature is rising due to a phenomenon known as the greenhouse effect. The warming of the Earth's surface produces ozone depletion, which affects agriculture, water supply, transportation, and a number of other issues. As per John Delaney, climate change is the environmental challenge of this generation, and we must act before it's too late. And we are the generation to have grown up in the digital age, and that makes us unique. Since we have grown up connected with each other through technology, we have a lot in common regardless of where we live on Earth. And in this video, we will raise an awareness to the global leaders and to all people on the Earth as we are facing common problems associated with the times we live in.
There is a change in climate from 1901 to 2016. The planet's average temperature rose by around 1.8 degrees Fahrenheit. Changes of 1 or 2 degrees in the planet's average temperature might result in potentially hazardous changes in climate and weather. Because they are the obvious ways that climate change is influencing the Earth, these actual observable changes are what we refer to as climate change impacts. For instance, changes in rainfall have occurred in numerous locations, causing an increase in floods, droughts, or extreme rainstorm, as well as more frequent and severe heat waves. Climate change has also been observed to impact human health, including that of allergic individuals. Several aspects in the world are affected by climate change. It is regarded as an inevitable phenomena which rapidly changes and affects the Earth. Climate change affects people as well as their means of living, coping with their day-to-day activities, and even understanding the weather itself, which eventually change.
And if we try to connect climate change to agricultural industry, it significantly gives a vast negative impact to small and large farmers. This gives them the hard time coping with the weather because it does not align to what typical the weather should be. Climate change is associated with rising temperatures, changes in worldwide weather patterns, airborne pollution level, and duration. When we burn carbon-based materials, carbon dioxide is emitted from what we burn, and therefore, we emit CO2 into the atmosphere. Carbon dioxide absorbs heat and increases in atmospheric CO2 levels suggest that the increase is coming from burning fossil fuels. The warming of the Earth is correlated to and follow rising CO2 emissions, which can influence the climate. It can affect solar and ocean cycles, which can impact experiments relating to natural versus human influence simulations of changes to the Earth. Seeing the impact of climate change is undeniably alarming. Climate change can also impact human health by worsening air and water quality, increasing the spread of certain diseases, and altering the frequency of intensity of extreme weather events. Changing ecosystems influence geographic ranges of many plant and animal species, and timing of their life cycle events, such as migrations and reproductions. Increases in the frequency and intensity of extreme weather events, such as heat waves, droughts, and floods, can increase losses to property that cause costly disruptions to society and reduce the affordability of insurance.
Climate change indeed a threat to our lives, a threat for our Mother Earth, and a big threat to our future. Changes start from us, and great actions is led by a leader. In the past couple of years, due to human activities, icebergs melt, There are a wildfire, drought, pollutions, sea level rising, and many other tragic results. Not everyone is noticing the seriousness of climate change. Most of us have been neglected it. We did not give care to the climate change. Human activities release heat-trapping greenhouse gases into the environment, which results in global warming. Direct impacts on glaciers and global health problems. About 20,000 years ago, the global sea level was more than 400 feet lower than the current sea level. We need to solution it immediately. We need to cut down carbon emissions. We should also invest in technology and innovations that makes alternative sources of energy which is cheap and available for every country. The government must set up regulations and policies against polluters. We should also educate the people about the effects of climate change and show to them how deadly climate change to our environment. And as a global citizen, we need to cooperate in these efforts to combat climate change and require all the countries to come together regardless of race, ethnicity, and religions. If we do not take these actions, our climate will get worse and worse. We are depending on you to make the change, to take actions against climate change. There is no more time to waste. Remember, our planet Earth is the only planet in our solar systems capable of supporting various life forms and allowing them to flourish. So we have to immediately act now and try to mitigate climate change before it is too late. We will need to bring about a change in our behavior and lifestyle. And we should vocally address the issue and consequences of climate change to human society and also warn them to take immediate actions and precautions so that we can combat climate change and in turn live a healthy, sustainable, happy, and a peaceful lifestyle. Not just as humans, but also other living organisms like animals and plants. Climate change is change for a better tomorrow that promotes the importance of protecting our mother Earth from different disasters. Save the world, save the planet, and save the future of the next generations.